You know that this conference is supported by UNCRD, and this conference is the official pre-event of the 9th Regional 3-year Forum in Asia and the Pacific, which will be held in Thailand in the month of March. And for all this happening, Mr. C.R.C. Mahanti, the representative of UNCRD, he is in Japan, and he is supporting greatly this conference happening, and that's why many people from different countries are here to interact with us. And there are many countries, I mean, this ISWMAW is having nearly a number of research projects, and one of the very important research projects on the status of implementation of circular economy in the globe, which which includes more than 34 countries to work together. And many of my friends are here from this project. Why this conference in India every year? You know that India from 2016, we have a change, we have a great change with respect to the waste management is concerned. We have rules, 6 waste management rules revamped and reintroduced in 2016. And as a matter of fact, our previous concept was, whatever waste we are generating, throw it in the landfill. But of course, India, because of the Indian financial situation, we had traditionally the concept of recycling and reuse of the material. But these rules, 6 rules throughout the country, has given us a focus on only the recirculation of material, having or tending 0 landfill. So as a matter of fact, this helps us in recovery of many materials from the waste which we were throwing it outside long time back. And our conference is based on that concept. And this year, we brought a focus on the theme of the conference, that waste management as economic industry towards circular economy. And that's why we are encouraging the entrepreneurs on waste management. It is not only municipal waste, it is the municipal waste, electronic waste, plastics waste, even the microplastics is one of the big issue throughout the world. And we don't know how much we have already grabbed. Construction and demolition waste, hazardous waste, biomedical waste. So all these 6 areas of, we are not taking into account the nuclear waste as of now, but all other wastes we are dealing with. And this time, nearly 42 representatives from different other countries than India, and total nearly 700 people from different parts of India and world are assembled here to discuss on various issues. We received nearly 380 articles, and out of those we have taken 290 articles for publication. We will be releasing the publication here, and you know that all the publication will be selected for different books. Out of the proceedings, we will be selecting papers so that we can publish 8 books to be published by the spring year. Apart from this, we are also acknowledging the contribution by the people who are working great for the society as well as for the waste management. So this year, we have, our core committee have identified 6 persons who had outstanding contribution in the field of waste management. We have also identified a number of organizations, industries, ULBs, urban local bodies, and also recyclers and the entrepreneurs who are doing good job to give Icon Excellence Award. The articles which will be presented for next 3 days, nearly 390 articles, some of those around 60 articles are in the poster. If you go to the exhibition ground, you will see the posters. Please encourage them, assess them, and rest of the part, those will be presented in the conference. So let us think for next 3 days how we can recirculate our waste into resources. And with this, I request all of you to attend different sessions, enjoy the beauty of Vijayawada, very beautiful man-made island is there. You can go sometime over there and think of how we can make recirculation of waste at different sources. And please, if you have any innovative idea, come forward. We will encourage you by different types of support. This conference this year is also trying to encourage the universities in AP by giving some research projects on waste management. And tomorrow, we are also trying to create some collaboration between foreign universities and the universities in AP, so that some memorandum of understanding and collaboration can be developed for further improvement of the universities. So with this, and again I'm thanking our honorable speaker and all the delegates here, and the one more thing, it is our benchmark activity that this time only we could involve our delegate from Russian Federation. You know that getting the Russian Federation delegate is very tough. But as we have a very good relation, bilateral relation between India and Russian Federation, so Marev is here, our friend. So with all this, thank you very much and enjoy your stay here. There may be some lapses in our organizing this program, but forget that. Let us think mostly for recirculation of the waste. Thank you very much.
Today, the last 4 years, we can see the same hazardous waste now being used as a fuel in the cogeneration in the cement plants. The cost has come down very heavily. It has come down now to hardly 5,000-6,000 rupees per ton. Along with the coal, they are pre-processing and making it a fuel and then using it in the kiln along with the coal. Almost 5 to 10 coal is substituted. And the cost of disposal of hazardous waste has come down to 5,000-6,000 rupees per ton. That is one of the innovative way it was done, and this is happening. Luckily, we are having good number of cement plants here in Andhra Pradesh because of the large scale limestone availability in Andhra Pradesh. Naturally, our industry friends, they will be waiting for what are the new technologies available for the waste disposal. And all the electronic waste or plastic waste, our colleague Mahanti was telling the plastic in some of the rivers. It is true, some places it happens. But the quality of the rivers in Andhra Pradesh is C grade, that is excellent quality. You take for example here in the river Krishna, in the barrage itself, it is a drinking water source for 4 districts. West Godavari, Krishna, Guntur and then Prakasham. The quality of the water, you can say, the DO level, dissolved oxygen level is more than 6.5 to 7 milligrams per liter. And the BOD levels are below 3. And that is simple treatment with chlorine and it can be used as drinking water source. But still, we have to go a long way. We have to remove all this waste wherever we find here and there, the plastic waste or sometimes the coconuts. In some of the canals, they dump the coconuts, the green coconut. So this has to be cleared off. There was a plan of action for this from the municipalities. Already the Vijayawada Municipal Corporation and they already started this. All the canals, they are cleaning up with as well removal of the solid waste. And another example here, the solid waste disposal in Andhra Pradesh is the municipal solid waste. Really, we are generating in the municipal solid waste nearly around 6,500 tons per day. And the municipal administration department, they propose 10 clusters of the waste energy plants. They consume nearly 70% of the total municipal solid waste. That is waste to energy. Now, in the process, already two plants, that is one at Vizag and one in Guntur, they already started construction, and then by middle of 2019, it will be ready for consumption of this municipal solid waste. Earlier, it is a waste, and we go on increasing the dumps. But now, the scenario is changing. Now it is the waste is becoming a fuel for the municipal solid waste based power plants. And we look for many of such type of innovations in this conference, and our industries and our the expert appraisal committee. Incidentally, our state expert appraisal committee of EI authority members are also here. They will also see how the waste management best practice can be incorporated into the environmental clearance given for various projects. They are right now here in this conference. So they will also look forward for the best practices in the solid waste management from the industry side or even from the municipalities. Thank you, Venkatrao Garu, for giving this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Waste generation is common. Every human body generates waste, human household generates waste, human settlement generates waste, whether it is town or panchayat. Every institution generates waste, whether it's a hospital or university or any institution. Wherever there is activity, there is waste generation. Now the challenge before us is waste management. Every generator should know how to manage the waste. Management may be in the form of safe disposal, maybe in the form of converting into wealth, maybe in the form of diverting to some other activity, like an industrial waste is being considered as a byproduct. So waste generator should know how to manage the waste. Managing the waste in a scientific way, without causing any hindrance, without causing any inconvenience, without causing any hardship to anyone. That is the challenge. In the municipal waste, we are adopting 3 technologies: converting the waste into energy, converting the waste into compost, and converting the waste into other byproducts, biogas, something like that. So the waste, the quality of waste, the type of waste which is being generated now is also different from what used to be. So accordingly, the technology also has to change. So appropriate technology at appropriate place for appropriate waste is a challenge that has to be properly discussed, deliberated, and decided. And the end of the conference, whatever suggestions, whatever recommendations you give should be useful to the Indian cities, Indian villages, or Indian public. So I'm happy that many participants from Southeast Asian countries have assembled here, and people from all over the country, including industries, academicians, all walks of life, they are participating in this conference. I'm really hopeful that this conference would yield results, would give us a solid recommendation for sustainable waste management. With this, I welcome you all to this great state of Andhra Pradesh, sunrise state of Andhra Pradesh. I hope that your stay would be comfortable and you will enjoy your stay in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Thank you very much.
Practices are there in the world. We want to get to our state, so that we develop, we prosper. We must be the leaders of the country, and in coming 20 years, we are planning to become one of the best states in the world, in both the welfare, also in development. During the process, during the process, our government is planning to have the best sanitary system, managing the sustainable waste management. In this process, we have organized this conference through our municipal administration department. We know our state is having a proactive attitude. During this 3-day conference, around 700 delegates have come from all over the world. China, Russia, Korea, Middle East states, Middle East countries, and also European countries.
I'm from Germany. My name is Govt.of, and I try to be a substitute for my boss, Professor Nellis. And I think some years ago we decided not only to work in China, we also have to focus more on India. And so we got these connections to dear Professor Goss. Thank you very much for the invitation here. And now I wrote it down. I don't want to read all these papers. We started in 2015 in Bengaluru. Then next year we visit your university in Kolkata. Last year Hyderabad, I think a hometown of two lovely colleagues now working at our university, born in India. Thank you very much for everything here. And now here in this university, we have a share in Rostock. It's a very old university. Next year we will celebrate the 600 years of our university. It's older than the Forbidden City in Beijing. We always say, and so the colleagues there don't think it's not so fine, 1 year older than the Forbidden City. And my boss, Professor Nellis, has a share for waste management and resource management in Rostock, and he also is the CEO of the German, and now I have to translate it, Biomass Research Center. It's a state-owned center. They try to promote something in the field of using of bioenergy, of renewable resources. And that's why we think in the combination of using waste, sometimes as source of energy, and renewable energy also as a resource of energy, we can give you some ideas what we do in Germany, and maybe you pick out some ideas and bring it to India and use it. And we can say it's a long way. We started some decades before you, and I think from outside you can say, okay, everything is fine in Germany maybe, but from inside it's not so fine. We produce much more waste than you. Okay, we collect it and recycle it and do all these things, but it's totally nonsense. We produce too much. We don't have these hydraulic transportation systems like you have with your rivers. We collect it, but we produce too much. And then maybe you can pick out some ideas from Germany to recycle a little bit more, and we can share of your ideas to reduce the waste. For example, you produce, I think, 2 tons or 2.5 tons carbon dioxide per year and person. We have 11, it's much too much, and we have to go down, not to just 1.5 degrees. We have to go down from 11 in Germany to 2, and you from maybe 2.5 to 2, if we believe we can survive here on this planet. But I don't want to speak so much. Professor Gosch, thank you very much for the invitation. I wish you a very nice conference. Try to learn something from each other. We also have to learn from you. Thank you very much.
I must tell you that, of course, your words about cooperation between India and between Russia now is growing up. And I'm sure that the cooperation in the sphere of waste management also will be very strong. I know that our Minister of Industry and Trade of Russia had a meeting with the Minister of India for Industry, and they discussed a lot about their technologies, about their common research programs. And now our institute, our research institute, the Industrial Policy Institute, is based on the Institute of Secondary Resources. And this Institute of Secondary Resources was formed in 1976. And of course, at that time, it was the institute which collected best practices for waste management and founded their very good documents, very good legislation. And I'm sure that now the processes which are in India and the processes which are in our country are very important, because we have now in Russia, we have a political will to create a system for circular economy, to create a system for waste management. And of course, now the situation in Russia with the waste is not so good. I'm sure that we can go forward and we can reduce the amount of waste, because of course the problem with the waste is a huge problem. But only together with the universities, together with the industries, we can build a really working industrial symbiosis. We can build a really working system. And we must know that natural resources year after year become less and less. And we must use the wastes which are really secondary resources. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for the organizers. And I'm sure that we have very good perspectives in our cooperation. So Professor Gosh, if you don't mind, the book is for you, and I think that we together will translate it.
Sir, actually we are from Nilkama Limited. We are manufacturing this plastic dustbins and all. So all range of products we are having. So now we are introducing this home compost bins and all. Basic capacity 25 liters is there. So this one we can use one home for 4 persons. We can use this one. We have to use for fruits, vegetable waste, so food waste, everything we can compost in this bin. So we are having this 50 liter capacity also in that range actually. So we are using complete virgin material, that is HDPE. HDPE means high density polyethylene. So this is recyclable material actually. So we have household bins, road collection bins, and then community bins. So everything we are having.
స్వాన్ ఎన్వైర్మెంటల్ ప్రైవేట్ లిమిటెడ్ మేము మెయిన్గా ఎన్విరాన్మెంటల్ మానిటరింగ్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్ అంటే యాంబియంట్ ఎయిర్ క్వాలిటీ అండ్ అలాగే వాటర్ క్వాలిటీ మానిటరింగు, వాటర్ లెవెల్ మానిటరింగు, ఎమిషన్ మానిటరింగ్ ప్రోడక్ట్, వాటర్ క్వాలిటీ చెకింగ్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్, ఈ ప్రొడక్ట్స్ అన్ని డీల్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఈ ప్రోడక్ట్ వచ్చేసి యాంబియంట్ గ్యాసెస్ని, నాయిస్, డస్ట్ పారామీటర్స్ని మెజర్ చేస్తుంది. అలాగే ఇది వాటర్ క్వాలిటీ పారామీటర్స్ డ్రింకింగ్ వాటర్లో వితిన్ 1 minute 10 పారామీటర్స్ మెజర్ చేస్తాయి. డ్రింకింగ్ వాటర్లో ఉన్న క్లోరిన్, pH ఇవన్నీ. తర్వాత వాటర్ లెవెల్ రికార్డరు, ఇది ఏపీలో 1254 గ్రౌండ్ వాటర్ మానిటరింగ్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్స్ మేము ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసాం. ఎవ్రీ 1 hour డేటా సీఎం గారి డాష్ బోర్డ్కి వెళ్తుంది ఇది. అలాగే ఇవన్నీ గ్యాస్ డిటెక్టర్స్, విఓసి మానిటరు, నాయిస్ లెవెల్ మీటర్స్, రియల్ టైంలో ఎమిషన్ అండ్ ఎఫ్లుయెంట్ వాటర్ క్వాలిటీ ఎస్టీపీస్, మున్సిపల్ ఎస్టీపీస్లో రియల్ టైం వాటర్ క్వాలిటీ మానిటరింగ్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్స్ ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి.
Hello, this is Amoda here, and I represent an organization by name Stone Soup from Bangalore. So what is Stone Soup all about? We provide alternative solutions to a greener environment, be it dry waste, be it wet waste, or be it sanitary waste. We have our small chutki, which is a simple bucket and a compost maker block. This is an aerobic composting solution. All that you need to do is fill this bucket with layers of compost maker block, powder and wet waste, and keep it aside for 3 weeks. When you keep it aside for 3 weeks, all that you've done is you created your own compost and used it as a fertilizer. If you see, we have grown our own garden here. This is a palak grown from our own compost. We also have solutions to sanitary pads. One sanitary pad takes 500 years to decompose. We are not even available to see if that has decomposed. The sanitary napkin has so much of chemicals that it is hazardous even to the body and to the environment. So what is the solution that we are suggesting is we use cloth pads. We recommend usage of cloth pads. Our ancestors have used this, our grandmothers have used cloth pads. It is not unsafe, it is safe, it is the safest. All that you have to do is wash it, rinse it and dry it. And the other alternative is the menstrual cup. This is manufactured by Stone Soup, that is our organization. It's called Stone Soup Wings, and one cup can be used for 10 years. So you can imagine a lady uses at least 20 sanitary napkins in one cycle. How many sanitary napkins actually go into the garbage? They cannot be composed, and there's so much of chemical she's taking inside. A menstrual cup is used for 10 years. All that she needs to do is fold it, insert it, the blood gets filled, remove it, rinse it and wash it again. She can keep reusing. This is what we are saying. We are advocating alternatives to all kinds of waste. We have bioenzyme. This is a alternative to all the chemical cleaners that you are using at home. All that chemical that you have used goes down, it fills into our rivers, in our soils, and that is what is the chemical that we are eating. This is made out of citrus peels. Jaggery and water. You can use it to wash vegetables, to toilet cleaners, to bathroom cleaners. Any kind of cleaning can be used with one bottle, and one bottle is nothing but just 100 rupees. Do not use plastic cups. Do not use plastic bottles. The more you buy, the more you throw, the more you're bringing damage to the environment. Carry your own glass. It is cool. That's why it is called BYOC, bring your own cutlery. It's as cool as that. Let's live a very plastic-free, chemical-free life. Thank you.